sponsorship a collaborative journey. So the reason that title came up is thinking about effective sponsorship. I want to know who here has read the sponsor body of knowledge? There is? No, there's not. That's a trick question. So the point being that our sponsors aren't given the information on projects that we are. They need a little coaching from us. They need to collaborate with us in order to know how to be effective sponsors. So that's kind of background on this presentation today. So why do we need strong sponsorship? So first interaction part, I'm going to be looking for head nods, and they'll be asking for more interactions as we go on. So who's been on a project like this? You get in there and you hear the sponsor say something and they have this vision. You start working on the charter and you have this vision. The team does the design and they of course added some padding to it. Gets developed. Nobody knows where that came from. Documentation, what's that? And then finally how it gets supported. So do we have head nods? Yeah, I've seen something. So with effective sponsorship, with having that good collaboration, you can be more clear on what's needed up front to carry that through to the team. So that's why we want to make sure we get that. One of the reasons. So the objectives, define what effective project sponsorship is. Identify the roles, responsibilities. We see roles and responsibilities a lot, but I added a third thing here, needs. What do they need in order to fulfill those roles and responsibilities? Also, identify the best level of participation. That sounds very much like a PMP test kind of thing. Not what's the right answer, what's the best answer? Also, understanding how to satisfy multiple sponsors. Who here has struggled with multiple sponsors? Quite a few hands. And also, what are our responsibilities to this collaborative relationship? So that's the final thing we'll try to get some information on today. So there is a kind of a colored sheet of paper going around. The top of that, on the front page, if you can tell which is the front page, has the definition of sponsorship as defined by PMIPresentationJamesVM. Now, it's kind of a wordy thing, doesn't really work well in slides, but it's something I want you to be able to have in your hip pocket, and when you're working with sponsors or talking to people about sponsorship, you'll have that basis of what it is. But to bulletize what it says, the sponsors are to champion the projects. So now I'm going to ask for a little bit more interaction here. Give me a thumbs up if you have a good sponsor with a good champion, sideways, or down. I kind of want to do like an real poll. Not too many downs. That's good to see. I see a mix of the sideways and up. Okay, lead the project through engagement or formalization. So you have a charter that says you're authorized to do it and what your general budget and schedule is. How are we doing on that one? Oh, not quite as many thumbs up. It's a little bit harder there. Plays a significant development in the role of that charter. I'll go ahead and skip that one. First, I kind of answered that. Serves as an escalation path. So are our sponsors pretty good about escalation? Okay, I have less thumbs up now. Oh, this game's getting boring. And authorizes changes in scope. And it's not just doing that, yeah, do it, but getting that documentation that it's authorized. Phase end reviews. So as we move between phases, they should be verifying that what we produced is what they would expect to achieve the end goal, and then along the same lines, the go, no-go decisions. So that's the extrapolation of what you see from PMBOK, or at least my version of it. So thinking about sponsors, one of the things I thought about is like, okay, this word sponsor isn't new to project management. The first sponsor in the world wasn't a project sponsor. So when you hear the word sponsor, what do you think of outside of project management? What other types of sponsors do we know of?